let's look at how you achieve optimal feeding.
Okay.
I'm a farmer with experience. And some statisticians will come and say, if you buy 1,000 fish, buy 33 bags of 33 bags of feed will be okay. No. They are just talking like experts. They are just talking like bookmakers. But how do you feed your fish to know the number of bags that you will use for so number of fish and what is optimal feeding? Now, if you go, listen very well, listen viewer very well. If you go, you dip your hand, or you have a measurement cup, a small cup, you dip it into the feed and then you give to the fish. You wait for 5 minutes. Let them finish eating that first dip. You dip the second time, making it sure that this second time is lesser than the first time. You throw to your fish. You wait for 5 minutes. You observe what happened. You dip again, lesser one. You throw. You wait for a time will come where you will see 15 to 16 grains floating. 15 to 16 grain or particles of the feed with which you are feeding them floating. It means that every fish that is there in the pond has taken. You understand? When you see those grain floating, hold on. When you hold on, after like 20 minutes, come back, you will not see any grain again. Because everybody has hungrily taken the food. And as they move inside the water. The food will settle down. They will still come and take those grains that are floating. And there will be no grain to settle down for fermentation. There will be no grain to settle down for fermentation. So you have eliminated fermentation. Now, you will do this exercise for 5 days. You will do this exercise for 7 days. Those weak brains, we do it for 7 days. But if you are sharp, you do it for 3 to 5 days. You would have known the quantity that as you come, you pack that quantity and you give your fish and you go away. You know that they will eat optimally. That is how to recognize how many bags, how many this, how many that you feed your fish for it to take up to be feed what optimally. To be feed what optimally. That's what we mean by optimal feeding, adequate feeding.
So it also means that as they are growing in size,
you are increasing the size. But you would have known that averagely this is the quantity they will eat at a time. So when you come, you do that exercise for 5 days to 6 days or 7 days until you are satisfied that you have known the quantity you give your fish. Fish I will eat at a time. As you come, you just grab. People come see you feeding, will not even know that you did an experiment, a pilot work on it like this.
That's a good one.
So that is what we call optimal feeding. 5, wash if 15 to 20 grains are floating. You stop. If you go back and come back in 20 minutes, you won't see any grain floating. The fish has come up and eat them. And you will do that for 5 days. You keep feeding and washing, keep feeding and washing. All this washing, you are to determine the quantity that you give them at a time. All this washing, by the time you do it for 5 days, you would have known that, oh, this fish, maybe you were using a cup. You will know that this fish will take 2.5 cups, or will take 2 cups, will take 1 cup, and so on. And if you do that over a time, you would have measured how many bags of feed are used in feeding. Because what is happening in farm A and what is happening in farm B, there's a little difference. happening in farm A to what is happening in farm, it does not give you result. It does not give you result.
All right, sir. I want to take us back a bit. Now, for someone who, within his compound wants to start small, perhaps he wants to use his old GP tank, just to put, if it's a 200 fingerlings or 500 fingerlings, how would you recommend such person start?
Yes, you can start. You can start. You can start with any of these items: tarpaulin, GP tank, semi-concrete, concrete, and then earth pump. You can start.
So there's even tarpaulin pond.
Yeah, there's tarpaulin pump. There's tarpaulin. The water is inside tarpaulin. Waterproof. The water is inside waterproof.
How does it stand?
Yes. I, for one, don't like tarpaulin ponds. It's easy. It is not expensive. It's easy to erect. What you have, you pin sticks, 4 sticks, according to the size of the tarpaulin, and you tie a rope to the edge of, and then you tie a rope to the front. You tie a rope and you
to hold the tarpaulin.
To hold the tarpaulin, and then you.
So it's easy to construct.
It's easy to construct, okay. And it does not cost, with at least 30,000. If not now that things are very expensive, 30,000 you will be able to get 1 pond.
Okay. So let's say give or take now that.
So the GPs, yes, you can use GP, you can use drums, you can use these plastic drums. I mean these plastic drums.
Okay.
You can use these things. There is one white kind of container they used to carry chemicals that has an iron protection. It's white. You can even use that one in rearing fish. But what is your experience? What is your experience in the fish industry matters. If it is earth pond appears to where the natural habitat of fish is earth pond. So if you put your fish in the earth pond, there's no technicality. If you put your fish 200, 150, 500, 5 fishes, 10 fishes in the earth pond, then you need to optimally feed them. We have explained optimal feeding. You need to optimally feed them. When you feed them optimally, you get good harvest. But it's in the stocking. In the stocking, don't overstock, because in a day a fish will scout for food from Swale Market to Imbiama. A fish is looking for food to eat. If you look like this distance from Swale Market to Imbiama, in the river, it's still looking for food. Now you carry these fishes and you put it in one place. So you must feed them adequately for you to get maximum growth. Because the distance which they will move to get fish food to eat is very, very rare. Okay. So stocking, that's what we mean by stocking. Don't overstock. Don't pre-stock. If you pre-stock, better pre-stock. Optimally stock. Either you pre-stock or you optimally stock, fine. But if you overstock, they will compete in so many things.
For a big GP tank now, how many
liters of GP tank are we really talking?
What's the highest?
We have the highest as 3,000. We even have 5,000 GP tanks.
So
like this one, that is there.
Okay.
Just explain.
That one is about 2,500 liters.
So such GP now, how many fingerlings can one stock?
And to leave everything to nature, stock as sparingly as possible. To leave everything to nature, stock as less as possible. Okay? But if you want to exercise your own expertise, you begin to practice. You begin to practice just like the optimal feeding.
Yeah.
This year, I will put 5 pieces of fish. Next, after this harvest, I will put 10 pieces of fish until you reach your maximum.
So you know how
How
many
people-
that GP can.
Yes. And now, what they are having in stocking of fish is what we call intensive stocking. So in that GP tank, they can stock as much as 200 fishes. They can stock as many as 5,000 pieces of fish. Then they will connect everything to computer, and computer will be monitoring what is lacking in that pond and indicate to the user that I'm lacking so thing, and computer will introduce the thing via into the system. What did I say? You can stock as many as 12,000.
Wow.
You can stock as many as 25,000 in a GP tank. But the monitoring is being monitored by a computer system, which will always indicate that this is lacking, this is lacking, this is lacking.
Now when they are growing, won't it be too small?
The place, when
Yes.
the fish will be larger than the place, fine. But because you are addressing their needs, they'll be okay.
Okay, so that's why the computer is there to detect
What we call overpopulation is not the number of persons per place, but it's the number of resources that is at the place. Even if we are 20, even if we are 4, in a population of 4, it can be overpopulation.
when the
Resources is
limited.
not there. The people are not getting what they are supposed to get. And you come to this place that we have 20, the resources are there. So we cannot talk about overpopulation.
I understand.
So long as your resources are being monitored by the computer and provided by the computer, it's not overpopulation. It's about technology.
That's a good
And
discovery.
so you find that asking me that how many fish is not even part of it, should not be part of the discussion, because of nutrition of feeds now and the handling, the management of the aqua, the management of the environment. You see, so but here I am recommending fully that here we leave everything to nature. Let the fish find its food, like as if fighting from Swale River to Imbiama River, so that you have maximum size of the fish. Don't overstock. That's what I'm saying. Don't overstock. If you overstock, you cannot provide the resource. You cannot even indicate the resource, the complications. You don't have resources to tell you that so thing is lacking, or put this thing in this quantity. You understand? But somewhere in Lagos they are doing it. They are now linking the ponds to computer, and computer are monitoring what is lacking, and then indicating to the user that this thing is lacking. As you are putting it, computer will be reading it's okay. It's at its maximum.
Okay. So now,
So if you ask me how many, like the crude knowledge we have, how many do we put in that 250 liters, 2,500 liters, how many fish we put? I can say put like 30. How many fish we put in a soakaway? The soakaway, most of the soakaway that are dug are now converted to ponds.
yes.
Because of alternative B. Yes, everybody is looking for alternative B.
Exactly.
So most of there's no free. They have not used this soakaway. So
everybody is putting it to good use.
sometimes. So you put like 50, you put like 20, put like, if you look at, you measure your hand that you cannot feed them well, put like 10. Forget about feeding them. Put like 10, put like 5. I bet you it will be like you are walking on the way and you pick 10,000. You just pick something that you'll be wondering. That is, the day you harvest the fish,
Yes.
you'll
be
be so happy
surprised.
with yourself, and before you know, you're putting 100 and
Expanding.
expanding. You see, so yes, if you ask me how many fish I'm going to put here, your strength, your experience will tell you how many
Many.
fish you will put.
All right.
But always understock.
Don't
You
overstock.
don't overstock. If you overstock, you won't even get anything. When you finish selling it, it will not amount to anything.
So I would also like to know your marketing strategy. So once these fish are ready for sale,
Yes, right now the market in Bayelsa is boom. It's like fire.
okay,
Right now, as I'm speaking to you, the market in Bayelsa is like fire. Boom. Look at Indiama, for example. Zarama, for example. There is no one market day that 2 women or 3 women don't add into new commerce to the market. Have you one day wondered where are these people carrying all these fish from? And in the market, you cannot go one day and see that maybe only 2 people or 5 people brought fish. You will see the line of fish from here. Every day they are increasing. They are buying motors and buses. They are loading this fish from the west. From
Down.
the west down to this place.
Is it that we are not producing enough?
We are not exposed. The language is exposure. The thing, it's not been long. People start appreciating the catfish. They were giving some traditional feelings about the catfish. That the catfish used to climb trees, there are worms
In the catfish.
in the catfish. They were not eating it. Yeah, I will buy ice fish. But now people have realized that the catfish is much, much better than the ice fish. Because one, for the ice fish, you don't know the time that the fish was harvested. You don't know how long it has stayed on the road. You don't know whether adequate ice block was holding the fish since it was harvested. And what happened if you cut it? No blood. But what happened about the catfish? You are seeing it
Everything.
moving and shaking.
It's
And
live.
if you cut it, you just see the blood. If nobody educate you that this one will help you better, will give you more blood than that ice fish, you know for yourself that yes, this one is living.
It's more nutritious.
So now people are appreciating the catfish very much. Some people were saying that, he was calling us. Imagine my farm. And if I call people to come and shit, so that my catfish will feed on their shit and become big. How many I will call? I will call from here to Gbogine. I'll call the people to come and shit in my fish pond from here to Gbogine. How many people will I call? See, the one man that was rearing the fish was calling people to come and shit. I will not eat. But meanwhile, even in the swally sea, even as your shit is coming up, some fish, and sometimes you put hook there and you carry the fish, is it not?
It is.
You put hook there and even when you cut the stomach, you throw away some of the shit. But when it comes to catfish, no. But right now I'm speaking to that era has gone.
It's over.
Every street is with catfish market. Every street is with catfish market. All courtesy of Indiama and Zarama. Not our products, so we don't have any product. So the market is boom. It's boom. If you have fish now, you call, you see how many women that will come with how many baskets to buy your fish. You will not even satisfy them. You like me. I may say it's so naira package. If people are before you know, I've started running water to carry my fish back. Because what these market women were doing was they will allow you to harvest the fish, knowing that you have an egg pond. Like this time of the year, it's going to a stage where you will not go to the kitchen to cook. You are doing a business. And the business does not allow you to go to the kitchen and cook, eat, and come back again. That's what is happening in the Igbo land. That's what is happening in the Lagos axis. That's what is happening in the Uwele axis. That's what is happening in the Wari axis. Your business does not allow you to leave the business enough time to go and settle down to cook. So what happened? Like as you did, you bought a malt and a milk for me to drink to get power. What if we are going to the kitchen to prepare a dish? What happened? It's a long time. So when that time comes in Bayelsa, the pig will be in the market like the fish. Boom. 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 I just pray that at that time I should be in market. And tell the world that yes, I have this. So don't ever, whichever product you want to produce, don't ever look at the market first. Get the product on ground first. Yeah. Like it's now, Bayelsas are waking up from rearing fowl. It's now 2022, especially 2020, mark the beginning of Bayelsa to rear fowl. And what happened? Epidemics came and wiped all of them. Since then, they've not been able to wake up. But I know that, yes, boom, the market will be there. The market will be there. Get the product first before you look for the market. Get the product first. You see? So, in terms of, is the market there for the fish? Boom. Market is no street. After 2 streets, the next street is a fish line business. Now, what they do is they get the fish. They bought the fish for 4,000. They will cut it and then dry it. One of them is 2,000. They will cut it up to 4,000. They will cut it up to 10,000. And you go, you buy the fish according to your size. You go there, you will buy the fish according to your size. If you want to drink garri, the fish is available. Right. It's there for you. Okay. If you want to drink garri, if you want to eat cassava like me, tapioca, the fish is there. If you want to do krigana, the fish is there. You can afford it, 200 naira, 150, 100 naira.
According to your size.
According to your size. So the market is boom.
All right, guys. This is interesting. The market for catfish production is booming. So what are you waiting for? Let us dive into it. Let us actually take advantage of this opportunity and start. That GP tank at your backyard, that sockaway that's just laying there, start. Put 10 fingerlings, 15, 20, and gradually grow. This is how far we can go. I wish we can continue because there is so much to learn. But of course, Mr. Ikulugan is always here to enlighten us more. We might come back some other time again. Let's go on a tour. He wants to take us around his catfish farm. Let's see how they are.
This is made in our own farm. Crayfish dust is here. Spent grain is here. Soya meal is here. Fish meal is here. When you smell it, you know that fish meal is here. Salt is here. Methionine is here. Lysine is here. You put this into water. You mix all the foods together. And then you dry it again. So this is the product you see. And sometimes what we do is we pack some few of the food from coupons, then we add it. So in one bag of coupons, which is 15 kg, we can bring like 105 kg with our addition of yes.
There you have it. How fingerlings grow into strong, mature catfish under the expert care of Mr. Ikologan. Seeing the process up close really highlights the dedication and skill involved in fish farming. Thank you for joining me again on this journey. Stay tuned for our next episode where we'll switch gears and dive into pig farming. See you then. Bye-bye.